Hello and welcome to this video on the Raspberry Pi. This is the Raspberry Pi 2 Model B. This is the fifth video in this series. The first was an introduction to the Raspberry Pi. The second was the traffic light project. The third was showing how to scrape data from the internet. The fourth was showing how to send an email. And this one shows how to receive an input to a GPIO pin. First of all, let's take a look at the GPIO pins that we used for the traffic light project. We used a connection to a ground pin, shown here coloured black, and to any 6 GPIO pins, shown here coloured yellow. In this project, we shall use a connection to the pin at a voltage of 3.3 volts, shown here coloured orange, and to any other GPIO pin that we are not already using. Here we shall use GPIO pin number 7. This shows the circuit from the 3.3 volts pin to the GPIO pin number 7. With the switch closed, we have a direct link between the 3.3 volts pin and the GPIO pin number 7. We are using the 360 ohm resistor to limit the current between the two. With the switch open, we now have no link between the 3.3 volts pin and GPIO pin number 7. This shows the Python code that we used in the traffic light project. Here we see the pins that we used for the red, amber and green LEDs. We can also see the input pin that we are using in this project. Here we see the Python code which is necessary in order to set up GPIO pin number 7 for input. Here we print out the state of GPIO pin number 7. This will have two values depending upon whether the switch is closed or open. With the switch in the circuit open, the state of the pin GPIO 7 will be false. This has an equivalent value of 0. When the switch is closed, the logical value will change to true, and the equivalent value will be 1. So at this point, when we print out the value of GPIO input number 7, we will receive the value of either 1 or 0, depending upon whether the switch is closed or open. We now use that value in this while loop. We test the value of GPIO input number 7 and test it against the value of either 0 or 1. Here we are saying that if the switch is not closed, continue within the loop. And once the switch has been closed, continue with the remainder of the code. That marks the end of this video.